welcome, it's Brendel, and today we are going to be checking out our February budget. So normally I do get my budget kits from Caffeinated Kate, but this kit is actually from Sarah Marie Stickers. I decided to give hers a try for January and February. To start off, we're going to list our income, and we have that combined. Next, we're going to go over our expenses, and we separate these into two categories of fixed and variable. And our fixed categories are ones that do not change on a month-to-month basis. So that's going to be your mortgage or rent, your phone bill if it's not on a pay-as-you-go. Sewer and garbage is a fixed expense for us. Life insurance. Internet could be a fixed expense you may have. And any subscriptions. So we have Netflix and Hulu. Next, we have the variable expenses. Which for us include our sinking funds, groceries, and restaurant or eating out. So we estimate to bring in $3,200. And our mortgage, I believe, will go up. Normally around February, they do an analysis on our escrow account and adjust it based on our property taxes and homeowners insurance. So we're going to raise it to $1,180 just to be safe. It might come in a little bit more or less, or it could be the normal $1,164. I just don't know yet. Our phone bill is $137. Sewer and garbage is $77. Our life insurance is $38. Our internet is $30. Netflix, I heard, was going up to $10, so we are budgeting for that. And then our Hulu is still $1. Our sinking funds, we are going to contribute $843 to that. And then our groceries, we're sticking at $550, and our restaurant is going to stay at $75, which brings our fixed and variable expenses to a total of $2,941, leaving a potential savings of $259. So now that we went over that, I know that a lot of our expenses are in our sinking fund, so I'm going to flip over and show you what we're going to contribute to our sinking fund. So I already listed out the categories. We don't have our beginning balances yet because January is not over. So our ending balance for January will become our beginning balance for February. And so we're just going to go over what we budget to put into each category. And then at the end of the month, we'll go over what we actually put in, which could vary. Amazon is already fully funded, so that one doesn't need to be contributed to. Auto insurance is also fully funded. Auto maintenance, we're just going to put 50. Beauty, we're going to add 70. Car tabs is fully funded. Our clothes budget will each get $50. Costco's already fully funded, so that one's good. Dogs, we're going to add 75. Electric averages out to about $90 a month for the year. Entertainment, we're going to add 20. Fitness and health is not going to be contributed towards. Furniture is not going to be contributed towards. Gas, we are adding 200. Christmas gifts is fully funded, same with our general gifts. Our HOA is fully funded. Home extras, we are adding 40. Home improvement, we're adding 50. Hunting and outdoors, we are adding 50. Medical, we are contributing to again, so we're just adding 50. Office supplies and books, we are adding 30. And then nothing to technology or vacation. Lastly, we have our water bill, which we are contributing $18 towards. That is billed quarterly, so we won't see that yet. And then if we add all that up, it comes out to $843. Now, next we are going to do the paycheck breakdown for the February budget. So I'm going to fill in these real fast, and then I'll add the 2 columns to break out how we get paid for the month. Okay, we're back. So this budget is exactly as we talked about right here. I just moved it over here. And now we're going to separate out everything in this column into these 2 columns. So first, our income, we're going to split that in 2 because we get paid twice a month. So that will be $1,600 in the first half and $1,600 in the second half. Now, to figure out which column these fixed expenses go into, we are going to look at our monthly calendar view. So we're going to look for mortgage, and we have it down here at the bottom. We pay it in the second half of the month to cover the next month. So we will put it in the second column. Next, we'll look for our phone bill. That also is in the second half, so we will put that in the second column. For sewer and garbage, that is here on the 21st. And even though it is in the second half, we are going to add it to the first half just so that we make sure it gets paid on time. And then for life insurance, that is on the 15th, so that is in the first half. Next, we have our internet bill, which is down here at the bottom on the last day of the month, so that will be on the second half. So we'll put it in the second column. Next, we have Netflix, which is on the 16th, but it's pulled automatically, so we're going to make sure it's in the account on the 15th. So we're going to put that in the first half. And then next we have Hulu, and that is on the 24th. So we will put it in the second half. And so that covers all of our fixed expenses. So we will total those up. So out of the first half of the month, we only have 125. And then in the second half, we have $1,348. Next, for our sinking fund, we are going to split this a little bit. So first, for electric, we are going to pull out 119 for February. For home extras, we have our Nest subscription service coming out in the beginning of February, so we're going to pull $50 for that. Next, we have gas, and we're going to pull $300 for that. Next, for groceries, we're going to pull the full amount in the first half. And our restaurant budget. We like to just have it ready and available, especially groceries. So if we need to go to Costco at any time, we can do that. So that makes our variable expenses add up to $1,094 for the first half of the month. And then for the second half, we have our remaining sinking funds amount. So the total is $843, but if you subtract out these three amounts, you're gonna get $374 left to take out. And then we've already taken the full amount for groceries and restaurants, so the total for variable expenses will be $374 for the last half of the month. And for savings, we don't transfer that until the end of the month, so we'll put that on this side. Now, what I like to do is look to see how much we need to save for the second half. So out of this $1,600, we'll subtract out our fixed expensive of $125 and our variable expenses of $1,094. So we'll have $381 that we will have to save from our first check and hold it over for the second half of the month to make sure that we have enough to pay our bills in the second half. So if you add up these two amounts and subtract out the fixed expenses and the variable expenses along with the savings, you'll get zero, which means we've spent or allocated every dollar of our paycheck. And you can play with these numbers to see what works best for you. So for example, around the Christmas time, we split up our groceries and we did a portion in the first half and a portion in the second half so that we could pull more for Christmas spending. You could also split it and maybe split up your mortgage or rent into two different paychecks so it's not coming out of one altogether. You know, you can kind of play with these to make sure that you're comfortable with your money throughout the month. This is just an idea of what we do and how it works for us. We also use our credit card and try to put as much as we can on our credit card throughout the month, and then we pay it off at the end of the month. So even though out of our sinking funds, we don't pull any of our extra categories, since they're put onto our credit card throughout the month, the credit card isn't paid until the end. So that's why we're able to fund the last remaining portion of our sinking funds on that second half of the month. That's what works for us. I know not everybody can use credit cards or are comfortable with making sure that they don't overspend, and that's totally fine. This is just what works for us, and I like sharing it with you guys, and I hope you enjoyed following along and setting up our February budget. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comments below, and I will see you next time. Bye!